We actually half. Yeah, so this might be good. So you'll be famous, so forgive me.
And there's just two of you in this?
Yeah, two, yeah.
Okay, I'm Rachel Kelly, and Matt is, my husband is the Scoutmaster for a couple more months. And then this is Dave Wallace, and he does he's the Merit Badge Counselor Coordinator. One of the biggest changes from Cub Scouts, assuming you guys came from Cub Scouts, is that they really emphasize the boy communicating with the adults and other scouts. In the beginning, there's a tendency for parents to maybe write an email for their scout, and then they might be reminded by one of the leaders, sorry, please have your scout write it, or respond to what I've written, or have your scout call me, or things like that. So there's a large responsibility on the scout to become organized and be able to communicate with adults and other scouts. Let's see here. Something that I will do, this is totally optional, but for $10, if you want one of these notebooks, I make a notebook for you with your son's name on it. And it's very useful in the beginning for the new parents who are often overwhelmed even after this, to kind of see what information they need to be saving, or their son needs to be saving. It has these different sections. The scout should be keeping eventually a scout log of all the Boy Scout activities that they've attended. When you are on our website, there is a calendar, which kind of makes it easy, because my son doesn't come home from every activity and write down what he did. But we go back, maybe every 3 to 6 months and say, oh yeah, Jacob went to this activity, and he'll put the date and maybe, the little comment about the activity. But he should have a scout log. Another thing that they track in the scout log and these sections of the binder, they track camping nights, they track miles that they've hiked, and they track service hours. Those are the three things that they track. And if they ever become Eagle, they need to kind of have that record of all those cumulative things. So that's something important.
Yeah, I would recommend, as you receive an email that says you've completed a 4-mile hike, print that email out, stick it in the binder. You've completed 6 hours of service hours, put it in the binder. And that way, as you're trying to fill out your paperwork later on, you will have some proof that you did it, and it's not just I think I did it. And, so I've seen people who bring binders that have every email that the troop has sent. It's a little overkill, but the ones that said you've completed something, thank you for coming, print those things, put them out. And then later on, it'll save you as parents and scouts from the stress of trying to re-find all this information, recreate the information, look up the information down the line as you get to the process of rank advancement. A lot of times we want proof that, did you do the 80 hours that we need? Did you do the 10 nights of camping? Can you show me the proof that you did it? That's kind of what it is.
Something else to do, part of this binder is for blue cards and rank advancements. These are the rank advancements through the different ranks. Also, you guys probably have gone to the Boy Scout store and purchased the Scout Handbook here. It's important, because it often gets lost, to make copies of the pages that have the signatures. I'll pass this all around, but my younger son did lose his Scout Handbook, and we had most of the pages photocopied, so we could recreate it. There was only maybe one section where we didn't have it photocopied, and so but it was easier because it was more recent to go back and recreate it. His friend, on the other hand, had lost his notebook. There were no copies, and it took a very long time to recreate this.
So with the signature copies, right, then our records will go, you've got it completed, we can re-sign off your book again, right? If you don't have that copy, then we're going to require you to prove that you have all those skills.
Yeah.
So, right, all of a sudden now you're like, wow, it took me 3 months to complete all those skills, and now you're prove that you've done it, right? So if you have the copy, we don't ask for the proof. And so that's really just kind of a guidance. The same thing with the blue cards, right? This binder, I would recommend this binder stays at home in the safe spot, okay? And this binder only comes to your Scoutmaster Conference and your board of review. So those are two things you have to do for rank advancement, and those are the only people that really want to see this binder. At the board of reviews, they'll look through and ask you some questions about it. They might make some recommendations on how to improve your record keeping. But this binder is important really just to justify your rank advancement as you go along. And if you choose to go for Eagle, and 25% of our boys do earn Eagle, then this will become your Bible. The record that's on this blue card is the record that has to match with Boy Scouts of America's district level records. And we'll go back to whose signature was on this. I'd also recommend, since we're at blue cards is the piece of paper you get when you complete a merit badge. All right? So it's a 3-part form. This is what the form looks like. And this information is out on our troop website as well, how to fill it out. But it's a 3-part form, and as you complete your merit badge, the counselor keeps a section. You hand one section to our blue card coordinator, and a scout keeps a section. That scout section is in that binder there, has the date you completed, it has the merit badge counselor's signature on it that it's been completed. Make sure you get these out of your pockets as soon as you get them signed. Twice a year I get an email from somebody panicked that their mom washed the scout uniform with pockets, full of blue.